Well, this is the final one out of the entire series. Thank God. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Daily Reacts TV here. Welcome back to the final review for the Men in Black Marathon. And today I am here, like I said, to review the film Men in Black Internationals, released in 2019. Oh boy. So the story for Men in Black Internationals follows two new sets of agents, shall we? We follow the Agent H, played by Chris Hemsworth, Thor himself, who goes in and fights the Hive. Well, he defeats the Hive and starts failing on his missions, especially this scene. And basically tries everything he can to try to prove himself to his father figure, Agent Aju. I don't know. But we've also followed this little girl named Molly, who basically grows up and tries to find the MIB until she finally gets accepted earlier than usual. I don't know why, but she did. And basically she goes on a mission with Agent H and also becomes her new codename, Agent M. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Like, that is the weirdest thing they could ever do for this kind of film, right? You just rush someone and call them Agent M. But basically, Agent H and Agent M goes and figures out that the Hive is back, so they try to do what they can to stop the Hive and protect Earth while also screwing up everything else. Okay. Now, I hate to admit it, but I love the original Men in Black trilogy. You guys knew, because I reviewed all three of them. First one in freaking October, the last two on this month. So it's good to finish the series off and then let this premiere at like 9 o'clock so you guys can see my full-on thoughts on Men in Black International. And I was really excited when they announced that they're doing a fourth installment of the Men in Black series. I was like, ooh, I'm just really excited. Then I hear that Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith's not coming back. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I heard that the original director who directed the original three movies with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones wasn't coming back. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I heard Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth is in it. It's like, okay, we'll see how it goes. I mean, we saw O in Men in Black 3, and she wasn't a badass, but she was really cool in that movie. So I'll give Tessa Thompson a chance. And Chris Hemsworth, he's great as Thor, so I bet you he's going to be good in this movie, besides Ghostbusters 2016. So let's give him a chance, right? The trailers came out, and they were really good, and actually gave me some interest in watching it. But I didn't see it in the theaters because I was a little too late to the party of the Men in Black series. Sorry. So I waited for it to come out, and then finally I got it on DVD in 2021, last year. So, you know, I watched it for the first time, and I liked it. What's my thoughts watching it again, as I watched it 3 times. The first time in this room, the second time in the classroom. I brought it to school with me to my friend Jeremiah's birthday, you know. And then the third time was here last night. I rewatched it after filming the Men in Black 3. Actually, after I freaking had to re-edit Men in Black 3 review, so it's kind of hard. But I gotta say, this one's my least favorite out of the franchise. Yeah, I hate to say it, it's my least favorite out of the franchise. And we're gonna get to the bad. There's so much problems in this film. But I still enjoyed it. I still think it's enjoyable. But like I said, it's okay. It's not the best out of the 4 movies, but it was still enjoyable. And there's other moments you're just like, really? They allow that? Really? So let's start with the good. Agent H and Agent M, played by Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. You know these two from Thor Ragnarok. You knew they were going to nail it in this movie, so... Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So you guys knew. But I was actually excited to see these two do a Men in Black movie, especially Chris Hemsworth. I was actually kind of curious what he would do in this movie. And they did really good, especially Chris Hemsworth as Agent H. I like how so much of his comedy in this movie makes him feel more funny in this than he ever was in Ghostbusters 2016. And that's saying something. But I like how they wrote his character a little bit, make him funny, make him really enjoyable, and there's some moments he is a screw-up, so I like that. Tessa Thompson's character I really liked at times, which we're going to get into the problem with her, and she was really enjoyable. She had good character development. The way how they develop her character from as a kid to as an adult, really well done. And some of the action scenes were really good. My favorite action scene was, of course, when they go out and fight the hive, which they thought it was, and they pull out the guns out of their car. And I was like, okay, that's just badass. That's just amazing, you know? So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. And the comedy is good. That's all. Look, I tried to like it as much as I did with the other three. But honestly, I would watch this one more. I would watch Men in Black 2 than this. Sorry. The biggest problem with Men in Black 2, Men in Black International, is Liam Neeson in this film. Now, I have not seen any of the Taken movies. And I gotta say, I didn't really like him in this movie. I have seen him in other previous stuff, like I have seen him in stuff that my mom has watched, my family has watched, so I've seen some of the project he worked on. But his character is bland, forgettable, cliche, and most of all, it's so, you knew he was the villain. It was that easy. I could tell in this movie. I was like, okay, it's Liam Neeson. Like, it's that obvious. Literally, it was that obvious that I could even tell every time I watched it. I was like, oh God, bro, you're completely obvious. I knew Liam Neeson was the villain in this movie. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. And another thing is, though, too, why Liam Neeson leads H and M to go find the stuff they need, and then he takes it to the world, and then, like, this is the worthless scene. And I'm not even going to play it, because last time in Men in Black 3, I got copyright claimed for the scene, so I'm not going to show the scene. But there's a scene, right, where he's fighting Chris Hemsworth character, Agent H, and he's like, you were like a father to me, and I was just like, no, he wasn't. He barely was even in the film, and we have no connection between you and H. So why should I believe that he's kind of your father? And then the worst thing, like another bad in the film is, of course, I gotta say, it's the comedy. Some of the comedy in this film. Who wrote this? A 6-year-old? Who wrote this? A 6-year-old? Oh my gosh, like, it's so obvious that these were trying to be funny. They were forcing them. The only joke, and I mean it, the only joke that got me was the Thor reference they had in this film. That was the only joke that got me. And I gotta say, though, too, Chris Hemsworth's character, Agent H, like I said, he was good, he was written pretty well, but most of the part of this film, they set him up as this failure who doesn't know how to do things right, who just goes there and just does nothing, but at first he was the best agent, but now they're not. Okay, why? Absolutely, why? Why? He wasn't good in this film. Chris Hemsworth, I like you. I love you, man. You were really cool as Thor. You were really good as Thor. And you really were, you looked like you were having fun with your role. In this film, though, the way you are written is atrocious. And Tessa Thompson's character, let's get on that. So her character, Agent M, known as Millie, finds the MIB, right? They were gonna neuralize her. She's like, I don't have anything in my life, and I have no one to love. They're just a distraction, and I want to be part of the MIB. And Emma's like, you're in. And I was like, you're in. I was like, okay, what made Men in Black 1, how they made James into Agent J and made him iconic is because they chose him. He went through all these drills. He went through all of that. Where is that in this film? Nowhere to be found. I literally sat there and I was like, wait, isn't there some drills you had to take to be part of the MIB? And did I realize that? I watched the first movie again after watching this one. And I was like, yeah, they do have drills. What the frick? So I thought that was just stupid. Just how they did it. And like I said, most of the action scenes were good. Like, some of the action scenes were good. Like I said, that scene with the gun coming out of the car. And of course that one scene where Tessa Thompson's fighting that four-armed woman. Can't remember her name, but she was pretty cool and badass in this film. I'm not gonna lie. But all the action scenes, God. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like the action scenes in this film. Some of them. Like I said, I only liked 2. There was most that I didn't. And I don't know why. I guess it's because they weren't as creative as the main 3 films. The ones that started this franchise. The one that made the film series the way they are. You know? That, like, what made Men in Black 1, 2, and 3 so special is the action scenes to develop the main battle. This film, they get the thing, right? They put it in safe, and the next minute, Liam Neeson's the villain, and they have the boss battle with him, and they have this one scene that I was like, okay, now you just pissed me off even more. Tessa Thompson's character gets thrown into the portal thing, right? She gets dragged back in, and I was just like, I paused the movie for a little bit, and then I looked up Ghostbusters 2016, and I looked at it back to back, and I was like, are you kidding me? This film, too. And the most biggest problem with this film, it's story. It's story. It's freaking story! I don't like the story. I don't like how they did the story. I don't like how they did it! The story is atrocious. The writing, how they written it, is atrocious! I know I got a little harsh on this film, and I know I said it was decent. I said it was good. But most of these problems is unacceptable, you know? And, like I said, I love Men in Black. I didn't grow up with the films, but I still love them. I watch them when I can. With this film, I can't. I can't rewatch it. It disappointed me, and that, again, is a bland, forgettable Men in Black movie. What you guys could have done is not made it, because the third movie ended in a good note. I mean, if you would have brought back the original cast, I would love that. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. But guess what? They had better things to do. Will Smith, at the time when they were filming this movie, and they announced that he was going to do Aladdin. Tommy Lee Jones, I bet you he was doing other projects. And that's why he didn't come back with Kay. Because he was barely even in that movie. But god damn it, it was so good. And the original director not directing this, okay, he's doing other projects. Good for him. I see why they didn't want to come back for this. Because they knew if they came back, it's just egging on the franchise. I love Men in Black. I love it to death. I love it to death like Harry Potter, Last Airbender, Ghostbusters, Jimmy Neutron, which I actually just started watching that, so let's hold back on that one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Avengers, you know, all of them. All the stuff we have discussed on the channel was because of this. Wasn't because of this, was because of the moments I have, you know, and I'm heartbroken. I really am heartbroken that this had to happen. And now we got Men in Black Internationals, which is a forgettable prequel, remake, sequel. You know, at least Ghostbusters Afterlife was more entertaining than this film. I mean, they do show Agent J and K, but in a painting. Why the hell not show them in a video? You know, my entire life, like I said, I love these movies. I love what they do with the franchise. And I'm pretty sure they're not making another one after this. If they do, I'm definitely going to see it. But at the same time, I won't if Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth is in it. I don't know why, but they always treats Chris Hemsworth character like he's a dumbass. You know? So, my score for Men in Black International, and I can't believe I'm giving it this score, and it's broke my heart to do this, and I don't think I gave any other Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 5, Harry Potter Order of Phoenix I gave it this score, but I'm giving Men in Black International a 3 out of 10. It's a disappointment, and I'd rather you guys not watch it. I want you guys to watch the original trilogy with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. Please, skip this movie. I'm keeping it in my collection, but skip it. It's not worth it. Like, it's really not. But, you know, I guess I'll see you guys in the Kahoot tomorrow. I'm not doing Jimmy Neutron today, so I gotta upload this video first, then edit the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer reaction. Yes, Angel Fox the Fallen Angel. I reacted to it with Austin. And then, of course, my classic movie trailer with Jeremiah and Austin. We reacted to, you guessed it, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 trailer. So I'm gonna edit those when I'm done. And then I got one more trailer reaction, which is the Uncharted final trailer, which I'm really excited for. Literally really excited for. But yeah, that was my review of Men in Black International. So make sure to smack the like button. Also push the red button, which is subscribe. Turn your notifications to be notified video I make. Also go in the link in the description to my gaming channel, my 3rd channel, my 4th channel, and my Discord server. As always, I'm Day That Reacts. Take care.